Public records can reveal what your elected officials are doing and how your tax money is being spent. But lawmakers are planning to change and limit how you get those records. A First Amendment lawyer who spoke with our team called these plans an assault on the public's right to know. Courtney Johns reports.
It's no secret that they were upset with those decisions because they changed the law.
No secret that lawmakers disagreed last year with calls the State Records Committee made in favor of transparency. Two calls in particular, ruling name, image, and likeness contracts in college sports are a public record, as well as the Attorney General's calendar. So Utah passed laws making those records secret.
They're now not just changing the law on specific issues, but trying to make it harder to get any record.
Making it harder, he says, in three ways. First, by preventing you from recouping attorney's fees if the government's position was unreasonable and you win in court, potentially making it more expensive to fight for records. Second, by throwing out the State Records Committee and replacing it with a judge.
It just makes the process more bureaucratic and law-based and more intimidating to ordinary citizens.
Third, removing a balancing test at the heart of Utah's public records law, a test used often in appeals by the SRC. That test weighs the public's right to know and the benefit that information could have versus a privacy concern. Raymond says this could tip the scale in favor of secrecy.
They aren't just tangential provisions, they go to the heart of what grandma is supposed to be.
We're going to review the balancing test. I think we should review the balancing test.
Senator Mike McKell is working on those changes. He says right now, sometimes the public's interest is given too much weight.
I think there are some records that should be protected, and we've missed the mark on that in many cases.
And he believes Utah's better off by having a judge, not the state committee, hear records disputes.
Having an administrative law judge who's bound by ethical rules and the Utah State Bar, to me, feels like a better model to me.
We're also hearing from people that are concerned if that records committee goes away, they won't be able to afford to fight for those public records. So think about it. If you have to argue before a judge, you may want to hire a lawyer. McKell tells us he's planning on making that bill public later this week.
All right, we'll have to watch to see what happens with this. Courtney, thank you. Now, with about a month to go in this legislative session, stick with KSL as we closely watch each bill that could impact you. Tune into KSL.com and download the KSL Plus app.